Have you ever wondered how a tiny island nation with barely enough land and no natural resources became one of the most futuristic and livable cities in the world? In 2025, Singapore continues to stand as the gold standard for urban planning, a city that many countries dream of replicating. From its efficient transport systems to green innovations, every inch of this city has been designed with purpose, precision, and passion. In this video, we'll explore why Singapore's city planning inspires countries worldwide in 2025, breaking down the visionary ideas that have turned this island into an urban masterpiece. So before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to infoSphere, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the world's most inspiring cities. The visionary leadership behind urban perfection. At the heart of Singapore's world-class planning lies visionary leadership. Since gaining independence in the 1960s, Singapore's leaders have had one ultimate goal: to build a city that works for everyone. This wasn't just about skyscrapers or highways. It was about creating harmony between people, nature, and progress. Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father of Singapore, laid the foundation for a city that balances economic ambition with social well-being. He believed that urban planning must serve the people, not just the economy. In 2025, this legacy continues through meticulous long-term planning led by the Urban Redevelopment Authority, URA. Singapore doesn't plan for 5 years, it plans 50 years ahead. Every building, park and road is part of a grand vision that considers future population growth, climate challenges, and sustainability. Countries like India, Indonesia, and the UAE now study Singapore's model to guide their own urban transformations. Leadership in Singapore is about foresight, not reaction, and that's what makes its planning so inspirational. The art of limited land mastery. How does a city with less land than many global airports manage to house millions comfortably? Singapore's land area is just over 700 square kilometers, yet it accommodates over 5.5 million people without feeling overcrowded. This magic lies in masterful land optimization. The government treats every square meter as a valuable asset, integrating mixed-use developments where residents can live, work, and relax within walking distance. By building upward and downward, Singapore redefines spatial efficiency. Underground expressways, deep tunnel sewer systems, and vertical gardens maximize the use of limited land. Housing projects by the Housing and Development Board (HDB) provide homes for over 80% of citizens, showing how intelligent zoning and public housing can coexist beautifully. This concept has inspired cities like Hong Kong, Tokyo, and even Dubai to rethink space usage. Singapore teaches the world that scarcity can be turned into creativity if you plan wisely. A green paradise in a concrete world. Imagine walking through a modern metropolis where skyscrapers are wrapped in greenery, parks appear at every corner, and even the air feels cleaner. That's Singapore, known globally as a city in a garden. It proves that urbanization doesn't have to destroy nature. In 2025, nearly half of Singapore's land area is covered in greenery, with over 300 parks and nature reserves interwoven into the city's design. Projects like Gardens by the Bay and the Park Connector network show how nature and infrastructure can blend perfectly. The government enforces green building standards that require developers to include eco-friendly designs, energy-efficient systems, and rooftop gardens. This has inspired cities like Seoul, Toronto, and London to implement similar policies. Singapore's success sends a powerful message: sustainability isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for the future. By prioritizing green living, the nation offers a model of resilience in a world facing climate uncertainty. The world's most efficient transportation system. One of the biggest challenges for any major city is transportation. But Singapore cracked that code decades ago. In 2025, its transport system remains a global benchmark for efficiency, reliability, and sustainability. The Mass Rapid Transit (MRT) network connects nearly every corner of the island, ensuring that no resident is more than a short walk from a station. Buses, cycling lanes, and pedestrian paths all integrate seamlessly, giving people multiple eco-friendly commuting options. What's more impressive is how Singapore manages traffic with cutting-edge technology. The electronic road pricing ERP system uses sensors and cameras to regulate congestion, while the push for electric vehicles continues to grow. Driverless buses are being tested, and shared mobility apps have made travel more flexible. Countries like the United Kingdom, Japan and Sweden have praised Singapore's ability to combine innovation with accessibility. It's not just transportation, it's mobility redefined. Smart Nation Technology Revolution. Singapore is not just a city, it's a digital organism. The Smart Nation initiative launched by the government transforms every aspect of urban life through technology. From intelligent streetlights to data-driven energy systems, the city uses real-time analytics to enhance efficiency. In 2025, Singapore's urban planning is guided by big data, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things. Residents enjoy cashless payments everywhere, autonomous cleaning robots in public spaces, and smart waste systems that alert collection teams automatically. Even housing estates use digital platforms for community engagement. This interconnected ecosystem not only improves daily convenience, but also reduces costs and environmental impact. Other countries are now adopting Singapore's smart city framework, hoping to replicate its digital efficiency. The future is already happening here, and it's inspiring governments to think beyond concrete and steel. Sustainable water and resource management. In many nations, water scarcity remains a growing crisis, but Singapore turned it into an opportunity for innovation. Despite having no natural freshwater sources, it now meets its water needs independently through a combination of advanced desalination, water recycling, and rainwater harvesting. The iconic New Water program transforms used water into ultra-clean drinking water using advanced filtration. Every drop counts in Singapore's ecosystem. The Marina Barrage, a dam built across the Marina Channel, prevents flooding, provides water storage, and creates a recreation area. This multi-purpose infrastructure reflects the brilliance of integrated planning, solving environmental and social challenges at once. The success of Singapore's water management model has inspired nations in the Middle East and Africa to adopt similar systems. The world is learning that true progress flows from sustainability. Harmony between cultures and communities. Urban planning is not just about roads and buildings, it's about people. Singapore's greatest strength lies in its multicultural harmony. With citizens of Chinese, Malay, Indian and other backgrounds living side by side, the city has built a social structure that values inclusion and balance. Planning policies ensure that every neighborhood reflects this diversity. No single ethnic group dominates any area. This design encourages social cohesion, minimizes segregation, and fosters shared identity. In 2025, as many global cities struggle with inequality and division, Singapore's example stands as proof that inclusive planning builds not just infrastructure but peace. Cities from Toronto to Amsterdam are studying Singapore's approach to balanced community development, realizing that unity must be built by design, not chance. Long-term vision and constant innovation. Unlike many countries that plan in reaction to problems, Singapore anticipates them decades in advance. Every 5 years, the government reviews and adjusts the concept plan, a long-term blueprint that looks 50 years ahead. This forward-thinking mindset allows Singapore to adapt to global changes, from climate risks to technological shifts, without chaos. The city's planners continuously innovate, using 3D simulations to test designs before construction and encouraging citizens to give feedback through digital platforms. It's a living city, constantly evolving. That's why global institutions like the World Bank and United Nations refer to Singapore as a planning laboratory for the future. The lesson is simple: successful cities never stop improving. So, what makes Singapore's city planning so inspiring in 2025? It's not just the futuristic skyline or the clean streets, it's the mindset. The belief that a city must grow intelligently, inclusively, and sustainably. Singapore proves that with vision, discipline, and innovation, even the smallest nation can lead the world. As countries around the globe look for solutions to urban chaos, Singapore stands tall, not because of size but because of strategy. It's a reminder that greatness begins with great planning. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends who love learning about the world's most successful cities. Tell us in the comments which part of Singapore's planning do you wish your country would adopt. Until next time, this is infoSphere, bringing you the world's smartest ideas, one city at a time.